self-care, and wellness. So with that, you guys, let's move on to our next story. Okay, so this one is from Reality Blurb, and I got some thoughts on this. And we're going to get into it. So it says, photo of Tom and Raquel looking super close on boys' night is leaked as Vanderpump Rules producers obtain video and James Kennedy reacts. Okay, now let's get into the article, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is really going on here and why I think that Scheana Shay's friends, they're wrong for this. They're all the way wrong for this. Ariana, if you're listening, these people are not your friends, but let's keep going. Podcast host Jamie Lynn has turned over in August of 2022 video she shot of Tom Sandoval and Raquel looking cozy to Vanderpump Rules producers. After discussing the video on the March 14th episode of Jamie All Over, Jamie confirmed the series is in possession of the clip and encouraged viewers to stay tuned as a screenshot of Sandoval and Raquel sitting together in a parking lot looking super close and super intimate was teased. Now, that is what's on the screen from the Real Moms of Bravo. You can see them together looking very comfy, looking very cozy. And if you can't read it, don't worry, I will read everything for you guys, okay? On March 16th, the Real Moms of Bravo on Instagram posted a message to their followers, along with a series of DMs and the screenshot of the suspicious video. Quote, Scheana's friends revealed on the Jamie All Over podcast that the affair allegedly started on Boys' Night, the outlet wrote. At the time, Jamie recorded a video of Tom and Raquel that felt intense. She didn't share it because she didn't want to stir the pot over something that could be innocent. In the accompanying DMs, Jamie was asked if she would share the video of Sandoval and Raquel. The show has it, and I signed a release, so stay tuned, Jamie replied. Just disappointed my funny voiceover will probably be muted, she continued. So I just look like a stalker, but the comedic portion would no longer be appropriate to play along, so I get it. Okay, a couple of things on this one. A couple of things. Number one, I don't understand why Jamie Lynn and the other podcast person, their name was Raquel, Kael. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, so I'm going to say their. I don't know what their pronouns are, so sorry. Kael. I don't understand where they get off saying that the affair started after Boys' Night in August of 2022. That to me makes zero sense. Literally zero sense. Just because that was a particular night that you so happen to wake the F up and see what was in front of your face of Tom Sandoval and Raquel being inappropriately intimate does not mean that was the start of the affair. Like, that to me is super confusing. Like, where are they getting that logic from? Number one, if you actually watched the episode, the last episode, Tom Sandoval looked like the cat that caught the cream. He was so excited. He was amped when Raquel walked up the stairs at the Mondrian with Charlie at Boys' Night. That was not the look of someone who just so happened to start an affair hours later after. That was a look of someone who saw his booty call, who saw his side chick, who saw his main piece girl walk up. This is in August of 2022, guys. So I don't know why they're saying that's when the affair started. Also, if the affair started that night, they're pretty brazen and bolden for starting. I feel like when you start an affair, it's very quiet and incandescent. And then the more the affair goes on, the more brazen you get, the more bold you get, the more reckless you get. But in the beginning, it's kind of like, wait, what's going on? Oh, no, we can't do this. But if they're literally sitting there and you're sitting there with your camera like a creeper, videotaping them when you're saying you're friends with them, I don't like that. Doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. Also, if you watch the episode, when Scheana says, oh, yeah, talking about Raquel and Charlie leaving Vegas to come back to LA, Tom Sandoval already knew. He was like, yeah, Raquel and Charlie are coming back, which to me means he's already been in contact with them because he's already been in contact with Raquel like that. Also, don't forget, we had the April 2022 Coachella situation going on. April is like how many months ahead of August? April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. So 5 months prior to this little video being taken, it was all the rumors that Raquel was seen hooking up, kissing Tom. Everyone's just defaulted to Tom Schwartz. As we know now, it was Tom Sandoval. That was in April of 2022. So how is it that they're spotted in April of 2022 making out at Coachella, but then these people on this podcast who are claiming to be Sheena Shay's friend is saying that it started in August of 2022, 5 months later? Doesn't make sense. What they should have said was, we noticed red flags. We noticed them getting cozy. We noticed it. We started to see it on this August night in 2022. Not that is when the affair started. That doesn't track. It doesn't make sense logically either. Also, if their logic is like, oh, Raquel was pissed off because the girls, weren't being welcoming to her on the Vegas Strip. So when she came back, because she felt like they were more her friends, why would she sleep with Tom Sandoval, who is Ariana's boyfriend, if she's pissed at Katie, Lala, and Christina Kelly, when Ariana is the only other person other than Sheena who honestly gave Raquel the time of day? She was super supportive to her. They did shopping trips. She was there for her with the James stuff, all of that stuff. They were good. They were kikiing. They were vibing. They were fine. Quiet as is kept, Ariana was still even really nice to Raquel, even when Raquel was saying she wanted to hook up with Tom Schwartz. So that doesn't track. If the affair wasn't going on when that happened, it seems like Raquel would have, in real life, because obviously we know her and Tom Schwartz was nothing but a red herring, smokescreen, pawn situation. In real life, she would have went for Schwartz, because that would have got at Lala, that would have got at Christina Kelly, that would have got at Katie, the girls who she is saying don't like her. So that logically doesn't make sense either. So I'm super confused with how they're trying to spin this narrative that the affair allegedly started on boys' night. None of that makes any type of sense to me. I think the affair between Tom Sandoval and Raquel started bare minimum April of 2022. They were spotted at Coachella kissing. So bare minimum, it started at Coachella, even though I think it probably started before. Probably started as an emotional affair, and then at some point it turned physical, 100%. Like, I don't know where they're getting their timeline from, but to me, it doesn't make any sense logically, right? Also, I think this Jamie person and her other friend, they're dead ass wrong for this. And I would be really pissed if I was Ariana. And I'm going to tell you why. They're like, oh, we thought it was weird, but maybe it wasn't, so we didn't share it. We didn't say anything. But yet you kept it? If you're claiming that you're friends with Ariana and you see her man in an inappropriate situation with a girl who's claiming to be her friend and you say nothing to her, fine. Maybe you don't want to get involved. Maybe you like, it's none of my business. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. I don't want to stir the pot. Cool. But why did you keep the video? We are now in March of 2023. You took this video in August of 2022. So you kept this on your camera roll. You kept this on your, Google Photos. You kept this in your albums. But yet you didn't actually show it to her. But now there's an opportunity to capitalize on it. Now you want to show it to the entire world, but you didn't think it was right to show it to her? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I would be pissed at these people. And I would be like, you're not my friend. You're an opportunist, just like Raquel Rachel is. You're an opportunist. You catch on camera what you in your gut know is an inappropriate interaction between my man and someone who claims to be my really good friend, and you don't tell me anything, but you hold on to it. And then not only do you leak it on your podcast for clicks and views, but then you also hand it over to production. But yet you didn't think it was a good idea to tell me? But we're friends, right? Please, 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 please. Like, because this is the thing that gets me. Why did you keep the video? Why did you keep it? Were you waiting for a moment to sell it? Were you waiting for a moment to leak it? Were you waiting for a moment like this? Why did you keep it? You know what I mean? You got to really think about what people are actually really doing out in these streets. Why did you keep the video? I'm not keeping an inappropriate video in my phone, unless I plan to use it at some point. And that's exactly what we're doing. Because I had no clue about this Jamie person and this Kyle person and their podcast. I guess they're trying to be stand-up comedians because they're, plugging all of that stuff, signing release forms and giving it to production and all of that stuff. So you had no problem giving it to production. But you felt you didn't have you didn't want to tell Ariana because you didn't want to stir the pot. Girl, bye. And that's how people, that's why you got to be really careful with the company that you keep. She had these people around her, kikiing with her, probably coming to shows, probably being extras on the set, probably being at her house. And the whole time they knew Raquel and Tom were probably smashing and didn't tell her a damn thing. Just kept the evidence on their phone until they were ready to capitalize on it. That to me is very dirty. And my question to them is, did you share this video with Ariana before you shared it with the world? Before you shared it on your podcast? Before you shared it with production? Did you ever actually share it with Ariana? That would be a big question I would have. And this is when the affair allegedly started, you're clout chasing. That's the word I'm looking for. They're clout chasing. You're clout chasing. The affair did not start on boys' night. I don't think anybody with half of a brain cell would think that. The affair clearly started way before that. Clearly. It's ridiculous. Clout chasing. You got to be really careful with the company that you keep. And Ariana, I'm telling you, you say you have this great support system. You might want to reevaluate who you have around you. You really do. Because if these were my so-called friends, they would be dead to me. You're blocked. You're not coming over. We're done. We're done. Okay. Now let's keep going. All right. On her podcast, Jamie recalled the time she spent with the Pumpers cast on boys' night. Raquel and Sandoval were just sitting on the curb outside of Saddle Ranch just talking. Saddle Ranch is it's a very kitschy restaurant. It's on Sunset Boulevard. You can ride the bull in there. It's very Western or whatever. Okay. And it's close to the Mondrian, which is where boys' night happened. It's on the same Sunset Strip, okay? I didn't realize that at the time, how close they were talking or how intimate it actually looked. So I started filming the two of them talking. Girl, why are you lying? You started filming them talking because you thought it didn't look suspicious? Then why are you filming them? See, I don't trust these people. I don't trust these people. She recalled noting that she and her friends were clueless about what was going on between Raquel and Sandoval at the time. If you were so clueless, why were you filming them? And if it was just this innocent conversation as you're alleging, why did you keep the video? See, you got to think about this. I had this thought at the time. I thought, I'm not posting this because this looks way too intimate, and I don't want Ariana to feel a certain way about this, she continued. I didn't want her to feel disrespected. Okay, you didn't want her to feel disrespected, yet you kept the video, yet you talked about it on your podcast, yet you gave it to production. But you didn't want Ariana to feel disrespected. Or, like any logical person would deduce, you were holding on to it for an opportunity to clout chase, which is exactly what you're doing right now. Why did you keep the video? Let's keep going. Although Jamie didn't think anything of Raquel and Sandoval's closeness at the time, she said the clip could have given Ariana a reason to be concerned. talking out of both sides of your mouth. I thought nothing of it. Ariana could be concerned. Also on Instagram this week, Raquel's former fiance, James Kennedy, was seen reacting to a screenshot of Sandoval's reaction to Raquel's participation in Boys' Night on Pump Rules. After the Queens of Bravo, via Bravo Betch, said the smile on his face when Raquel walked in spoke volumes. James agreed. It really did, he wrote. Exactly. The way Tom Sandoval looked when Raquel walked up there is a look of somebody who's already smashed. Not a look of someone who's like, I'm conflicted. Is tonight the night I'm going to blow up my 9-year relationship for Rachel Raquel? Is it going to happen tonight? No, that was a look of somebody who's like, oh, I'm smashing tonight because my side piece just walked in the door. While his actual girlfriend was back at home crying and grieving the loss of her beloved dog that she had for half of her life. Come on now. Come on. But of course, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Are you like me and you're just like, I don't know who these people are, this Jamie podcast person and Kyle? Go back under the rock from which you came from, because right now you're just clout chasing at the expense of Ariana. And I'm not being hypocritical because I talk about Bravo housewives and all that stuff. I'm not clout chasing on this story. I'm just giving my opinion about what's happening. I don't pretend I'm not friends with these people. What these people are doing is dead wrong. You were out with your so-called friends and you taped them in a moment that you knew was shady. And you said nothing to her about it. You kept it in your phone and you showed it to the world when you knew you could capitalize on it. That's why you're a clout chaser. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think, okay? And stick around, Candy Canes. We got 2 more stories, and then I'm going to open it up to questions and comments, okay? But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. Check out the description box down below and join our newsletter. It is 100% for free. You also get free self-care and self-love and wellness content when you do. So with that, you guys, let's dive right on into our next story. All right, so this is all of the controversy with Charlie and Christina Kelly. And this is according to Reality Blur.